This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Did you guys go to work with your parents when you might have had a day off?
Unfortunately, I did, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So Dad was a Sparky and he worked for a major corporation, but he had to go into some huge warehouses and there was some horrible conditions, and I'd have to sit next to Dad while he was just twiddling away with wires.
Okay. Hold the ladder, maybe,
worst.
up in the ceiling. They're just ripping off the pensioners. And
Well,
you were
he
there
wanted me
witness
to
it.
be a Sparky and take over from the family business, Fitzy's Electrical, where he'd rip off pensioners. And I said, Dad, I like elderly people. I can't do that.
There's nothing wrong with them.
You know what? I know you're installing ceiling fans, but mate, they can't catch on fire after 3 or 4 years, and you think you can get away with it?
Yeah, and clean up your mess too when the job's finished. I mean, you're at the cop shop at Steve, weren't you?
Sometimes when I would
You'd
get
go
off
into
the
there?
train, I would go into Campbelltown Police Station down there on Queen Street and go
Yeah.
up to the counter, talk to Dad. Is my dad here? And then
G'day, guys.
when I didn't speak like that.
That
and
is
my
exciting, Kate.
my-
That's so exciting.
Really?
Yeah.
For sure.
And then we...
Did you hold a gun?
No,
Ah, damn.
never. And then my mum worked for a doctor directly. If you walked out of our driveway on Chamberlain Street and across the road and into the driveway that was opposite, that was the house that Mum worked at, the doctor's surgery.
What a great get
so
for her.
if we was Dr. David Rail, the neurologist,
Railsy.
and
Dr. Rail.
so
Yeah, off the rail.
if we stayed home, we wouldn't have to go to work with Mum. We could just
good is
stay in
that?
our bed, and she'd wander
From the
over and
cop-
check on us.
From the cop shop to the doctor's rooms. That is great. This ties in beautifully because this guy has taken his son to work. Although he's an emergency doctor, Kate Ritchie. So he's in ER. And he's been fired as a surgeon, unfortunately, because you would think the ER emergency surgeons, the good ones, would be hard to find. A lot of training required, a lot of pressure, a lot of experience. The thing was, he brought his 13-year-old son to work because he was having a day off school. And when a guy came in from a forestry accident, he was hit on the noggin and he had some swelling on the brain, so obviously they needed to drill through the skull to release the pressure. He said to his 13-year-old, you jump on the drill. No, Barry, you can do it, mate. Have a crack at it.
How exciting for the
So
kid.
the-
That's
Where
amazing.
is the? Where's
The
this?
13-year-old drilled a hole in the patient's skull
Thailand?
in Austria during the emergency operation. Isn't that extraordinary?
I mean, great show and tell.
Yeah.
Next show and tell that you have at school, how good is that?
What'd you
This
do?
is me helping Dad out at work.
I guess you've got to do it the first time, don't you?
When you're a doctor, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, not as a 13-year-old. It's not like, hang on, take the training wheels off. I think I can ride it, Dad.
I've got a mate who's a surgeon. He takes my calls during surgery.
That's weird, isn't it?
What?
No, yeah, he goes, Fitz, can't talk at the moment. I'm mid-surgery, but I'll give you a call when I'm done.
And you can just hear them chopping through a leg or the beeping.
What kind of surgery is he doing?
There's music. They have. He has a lot of bit of rock music in the background. It's like a party atmosphere in there with everyone around him.
That's the thing. The minute you're put to sleep, what really goes on?
Oh, I know.
All right, he's out, guys. Kick it into gear.
You wouldn't know, would you?
Let's drill his brain.
Horror stories.
Do you know what scares
What
me?
really happens on the operating table?
And I haven't, Well, I've had it done, but I don't want anybody to be listening right now. I'm going to get their wisdom teeth out. But
Oh no, my sister's about to have that
is she
done.
back?
Yeah, on Monday.
Oh, my
I think.
God. Just the idea. I mean, you can have a general, but you can have a local as well, depending on what you want. But the general, I believe, if there's a tough one to get out, they're up on your chest, pliers in hand.
Knees. They knee in your chest. That's why I went local as well, because I got told the same thing. Local, least they have to be on the ball because you're with it. You're watching the whole thing. They're not going to stick their knee into your chest to get your tooth out.
Mine was the most painful thing I've ever had done, Beck, because they opened up and kept bleeding. So I had to
Can
go
you not
back
talk about
without
it?
anaesthetic. I had to go back into the hospital 2 days later, and they were grinding the blood vessels on my jawbone where they'd removed the teeth to stop the bleeding.
There was a couple of pieces of porterhouse in there as well, unfortunately. They told you not to eat.
They found 3 pork buns, set of car
See,
keys, TV
I had a
remote.
local for the vasectomy as well.
Did you?
Which I was told as well, go local, because then he's they've got to do the right thing. Once you're out, you don't know what's happening.
What are they
Wouldn't
going
you
to do?
rather just be like, see you later?
Ignorance is bliss. What are they going to do down there that could be, oh, get a photo, it's Frozzy.
No, I
Hey, look, this is
don't-
me with Frozzy's piece.
Oh, what do you mean?
I don't think
You
a
can't
doctor.
detach it and
I don't
hold
know
it.
if that's an Instagram account that people would like. Would they?
Oh,
Yeah.
people love it. People are mad for
yeah.
crazy things.
V-pics. Like vasectomy pics.
Oh,
Mate, the Marley Dale would do a
Wouldn't
big
they?
clickbait on that, wouldn't they?
Yeah, do you recognise this celebrity body part?
Fitzy's piece doesn't look like this anymore.
Remember it from the Big Brother house? Have a look now. Okay. What went wrong when you went to work with your mum or dad?
Mark in Holsworthy, going in and working with the oldies. What happened, Mark?
Well, this is about 60-odd years ago, and you've got to remember it's before computers, mate.
Yeah.
And to get documents to and from offices, you had to put them on a conveyor belt. And, of course, I thought, oh, well, I'll go and have a look at this conveyor belt. And I thought, oh, that's interesting how the conveyor belt goes down into that machinery. And so I sort of put my fingers into the bit.
Oh, funny is it, Mark?
Got the skin chewed off a bit, but however, hey, what's the name of that surgeon that you had previously? You might be able to put them in touch with him.
Oh, my God. So you lost some skin off the digits, Mark?
Yeah, but it's all right. It's okay. I can still do things, type all that. Yeah, but
There
I
wouldn't
thought I was real cool doing it. But
There wouldn't
yeah,
have been
at
a
the
guard
time-
on the machine or anything, Mark.
A what?
yeah.
Speaking another language.
60 years ago.
Mum worked at a dental surgery, and when faxes came out, Kate, I got obsessed going into work with Mum one day, and I was just sending faxes to random people. I sent a fax into Triple M, and I got them to play Counting Crows. And it worked.
Oh, okay. Send your fax through now. We'll play it in 3 weeks' time.
I couldn't get my head around the
Fax
facts.
machine, clever, wasn't it?
Oh, wow. How did
Very
that get
clever.
over there?
So good. Dane in Camden. What happened when the kids came to work, Dane?
It actually wasn't me. It was my boss. He brought his son into work, and I think his son was maybe 6 or 7, still a little bit like too young to be left alone in the office. So
Yeah.
he would always have to follow his dad around the office. And it was a Thursday morning, and the boss got called into a meeting with HR, and he ended up getting sacked with his son in the room. And yeah, my boss, or my old boss, like broke down, and his son was so confused, and they all came out of the meeting, and it was the most awkwardest situation. That the boy was packing up his crayons, and his dad was packing up his desk, and yeah.
All the
very awkward.
days.
You'd have to pick a different day, wouldn't you? You wouldn't do it on the
Yeah.
day that your kid's in there.
Yeah, it's like one of those killings where they go, not in front of my son. Hey, guys, not in front of me, son.
Son, block your ears.
Oh, block your ears because I'm
Dane
about to...
loved it.
Fitz in Whipper with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.